back to the October Premiere Challenge here at Psycho Turtle Collectibles in Pico Rivera. I'm Dennis Geisler. Now joining me, Fuecoco, wonderful color commentator. Getting into round number 5 here, getting close to the end of the Swiss stage. We have Tyler and Maguire up here. Tyler at 4-0, looking to keep undefeated here. Maguire at 3-1, looking to push forward. As you can see on screen, Tyler will be starting out 1-0 in this set. And yeah, we'll look at the two teams. It is for Maguire, it's Dondozo, Kanto and Raichu, Dragonite, Chen Pao, the curly form of Tatsugiri, and Chi-Yu. For Tyler, it is Iron Bundle, Rillaboom, Ogerpon with the Hearthflame Mask, Hitsui and Gudra, Landorus Therian, and Bramblegast. Interesting setup here for Tyler. A lot of Pokemon we don't normally see. Some Pokemon we haven't seen too much today on both sides. Have not seen a Chen Pao so far today on stream. Haven't seen a Dragonite. Haven't seen a Chi-Yu. All those Pokemon very strong, but just ones we haven't seen too much of today. And meanwhile, Tyler with the Iron Bundle has gained a bit of popularity heading into Regulation E. May see a bit more of it, as well as that Hisui and Gudra is very valuable going forward here. And here we go into this game. Again, this is the first one of the set, but Tyler's starting out at a 1-0. Is the Gudra and the Landorus starting out for Tyler, and it's the classic duo Dragonite Chen Pao for Maguire. Dragonite will stay up because of the inner focus, but Chen Pao at the -1, still going to do a ton of damage to this Landorus. Could struggle to take care of the Gudra though. Could be a very scary Gudra. It's got shell armor, got leftovers, and it's got that shelter plus the body press, as well as the heavy slam. Just a lot of bulk packed into this thing, as well as a lot of offensive pressure that's able to make good on its bulk. Early Terastallization here, Tyler. Going to Terastallize that Gudra is the Fairy type, the Fairy Terra. So they'll get that up. U-turn from Landorus is going to get Landorus way out of the way. Chen Pao takes a ton of damage. Not going to activate its Focus Sash, but now it doesn't really matter. And Landorus gets out of there pretty quick. We'll see what the decision is here for Tyler to switch into. It's Iron Bundle the Feisty. Iron Bundle coming in. Ooh, that's shiny. Very cool looking shiny, in my opinion. It's a Booster Energy, and it's for speed. That's going to be a very fast Iron Bundle. Will easily eat that Ice Spinner, takes very little damage to that. And Dragonite Stomping Tantrum into the Fairy Terra Gudra does a little under half its health, and that allows the Gudra to put up a Shelter. An exclusive move, +2 defense. Basically the same as an Iron Defense, but it looks really cool, so that's what's important. And now that Hisui and Gudra are going to be very bulky up in its matchup right now. Dragonite is locked into Stomping Tantrum. Chen Pao has options, but nothing that really hits Gudra all that well. It could be a tough spot for Maguire to fight out of. Gudra has the opportunity to just keep clicking Shelter if it wants to, or to click Body Press and really go on the offensive on either of these Pokemon. Iron Bundle also deceptively physically bulky. Dragonite will switch out, be able to reset its Choice Lock. Chi-Yu, meanwhile, is going to be the one that comes in exchange for that. Lowers the special defense of all the Pokemon. It does include Ally Chen Pao up against this Iron Bundle. It's a bit of damage down. The Freeze Dry, not going to do much damage at all into Chi-Yu. More damage than I expected, honestly. Ooh, because of the critical hit. Nice damage there. The Body Press, that's going to take down the Chi-Yu. Nice damage there from Tyler's Hisui and Gudra. And we'll take down one there. And the Gudra will heal up a bit. This is a rough spot for Maguire to be in right now. Tyler's Hisui and Gudra has all the pressure on the field right now. Dragonite will linger here for a moment. Dragonite now back in, is able to go into that extreme speed that it prefers. It is Terra Normal extreme speed if it wants to go for it. Starting out with a Stomping Tantrum before was a bit rough, as it ended up into the Fairy-type Goodra once it had terastallized, so see what the decision is here. The terastallization for Maguire. That is the Terra Normal Dragonite, as we have seen so much of since the dawn of Scarlet and Violet. Such a nice combination, getting that same type attack bonus on that extreme speed with the Choice Band. Shenpao will protect. Keep it around for an extra turn. Dragonite, the extreme speed. See how much it does. It is into the Goodra. Just under half its remaining health. Not too much. Freeze Dry does a bit of a chunk to Dragonite. And the Heavy Slam, not going to land. Goes into the protected Shenpao. And Goodra will stay alive and stay cooking. A very, very bulky Goodra against this very physically offensive team. And with one shelter up, it's really difficult to break through this Goodra. See what Maguire can try to do here. We'll be bringing out the Iron Bundle, and instead bringing in the Rillaboom, the Galar champion. Get that Grassy Surge up. All these Pokemon will benefit from it, as Dragonite is now a normal type. Goodra will protect. That's a big protect there, keeping the Goodra, giving the Goodra a lot of bonus healing at the end of the turn. Dragonite's extreme speed, going to land into the Rillaboom, does not knock it out. It does a bunch of damage, but doesn't knock it out. Ice Spinner from Shenpao, not going to do much of anything as it lands against the Protect. All these Pokemon going to take a little bit of healing. Most importantly, that Goodra. It's a little bit of healing on top of its leftovers healing. Gonna put it about into the green. Gets up into the green once again. About half of its health. And now the big question here, what can Maguire do? So Rillaboom is threatening a potential Grassy Glide into the Shenpao. Yeah, Shenpao will have to protect against that. The extreme speed against the Goodra shouldn't finish it off. It'll be against the Rillaboom instead, so the Goodra has the opportunity to hit it with a super effective body press. And instead it shelters again. It'll keep up that defensive pressure. Now it's at ×3 defense, +4, 3 times its base defense. And that gets scarier and scarier as time goes on. It'll keep healing, and it will just keep lingering around. It'll be really hard for this team from Maguire to break through at any point. Not a whole lot of super effective moves on this Pokemon. Not a whole lot of damage in general. Once again, Inner Focus going to block the Intimidate, but Shenpao going to drop down again. Shenpao was already at -1 attack, now it's down to -2, I believe. If I kept up with the moves in this battle well enough. Dragonite, all it can do is extreme speed. It has to pick someone to hit with that extreme speed. Question now, Dragonite will extreme speed into that Landorus. Does straight up one-hit knockout. Really, really good damage there. That is the power of that banded Pokemon, and Sucker Punch does nothing into Goodra. And Goodra's Body Press will finally come out and destroy Dragonite. There goes the Terra Normal Dragonite. It does so much damage. It is decently bulky. Does have generally a lot of HP training, but in this situation, not gonna stand up to that strong of a Goodra, and this Goodra will continue to heal up. It's gonna be difficult to do anything, and the last Pokemon here, Tyler sending back out Iron Bundle, and the last Pokemon for Maguire is Tatsugiri. These are the last 4 Pokemon going to be in this one. Little shiny Tatsugiri. It's interesting seeing the Tatsugiri on its own, separate from the Dondozo. Definitely has some utility. The Muddy Water is good, the Draco Meteor is good, but I think in this situation it's going to be very difficult for Maguire to find an out on this one. Going to have to find some way to damage the Sisui and Goodra, and there just aren't that many moves that are going to be able to do that are available to Maguire. Might require Muddy Water accuracy drops, potentially. Iron Bundle will protect, keep it around an extra turn. Shenpao tried to Sucker Punch the Iron Bundle and did not get away with it. Tatsugiri's Muddy Water will land onto the Gudra. Does some pretty good damage, actually, and does drop the accuracy. Body Press still lands on Chen Pao, though, and that'll be difficult to come back from. Because now the Chen Pao can't threaten the Iron Bundle, and the Iron Bundle has a totally free Freeze Dry into the Tatsugiri that'll be 4 times effective, and that's aside from the fact that Gudra is going to be able to keep healing up and keep chugging here. Tatsugiri's Muddy Water does connect onto both, doesn't take down either of them. Iron Bundle's Freeze Dry comes out, and that's a one-hit knockout. Ring the bell. Quick victory for Tyler over Maguire here in round number 5. Tyler will stay undefeated. That big Hisuian Gudra. Certainly a well-played match there by Tyler. Showing off a lot of the strength of that Hisuian Gudra. I've heard a lot of buzz about it lately. It's very naturally, specially defensive. When you use Shelter, you can build up a lot of physical defenses, and just has a lot of utility altogether. What do you think, Fuecoco? Very insightful. We're going to head to round number 6. We'll be back in just a minute.